Welcome to a self-published author's diary. I am Elodie Novodatsky. I write about first times, second chances, things that scare the crap out of me, and things that make me laugh out loud. I'll be speaking with you and sharing my adventures in self-publishing, the behind the scenes of writing, and the business side of it. And before we get started today, a small message from our sponsor, Anchor. Thanks for listening. Hello, how are you doing? Again, thank you so much for listening. I've had a lot of new listeners on Friday with El Penelope Leslie's interview, and I am crossing my fingers you enjoyed the chat as much as I enjoyed recording it. It was so fun to talk to Leslie. This Friday, I'll be talking to Mona Shroff, and she is the author of Then, Now, Always, and Then There Was You. We talk about romance writing. We talk about the fact that she was in a baking competition, but you'll hear more about all of that on Friday. I have a giveaway where you could win a book by El Penelope or win a book by Mona Shroff. You can head over to my website, www.elodienovodatsky, Nowod as dog, azkij.com, for all details. I'm also adding the link to this week's episode's description. So today I'm going to talk about using the cover reveal as a way to engage my readers and my newsletter subscribers, and also some random thoughts about social media. I have a lot of thoughts on social media, but for this one I'll keep it short. Before diving into the social media and everything, I also wanted to wish today, because the day that this podcast releases on May 4th is the book birthday of my friend Jessica Patrick, who will be on the podcast at some point in the next few weeks. Her book is called This Is For Tonight. Again, it releases today if you're listening on May 4th. Otherwise, it released on Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. And This Is For Tonight is a YA novel, young adult novel. When Andy attends a music festival with one goal in mind, capture an interview with a famous band so she can pay for college, she gets more than she bargained for. And This Is For Tonight by Jessica Patrick. So if you would like to grab this book, it's available. I know I have a copy that I've ordered from One More Page bookstore that is coming my way probably in the coming week. And Jessica, if you're listening to this episode, happy release day. Today when I'm recording this, which is on May 3rd, I started working pretty early. Actually, I started working around, I think, 6:15 a.m. Because I need to finish recording an audiobook I got hired for, and the morning is a pretty nice quiet time to do some of my recording. My to-do list for the day is pretty long, and I may be slightly tired because I had one of those wonderful reading moments where you just don't want to stop reading. I'm currently reading Pretty Little Wife by Darby Kane, and I told myself I was going to stop at chapter 11. And I read until chapter 19. Have you already read it? Do you have any book recommendations for me? If you do, don't hesitate to either leave me a voicemail or send me an email at authorelodienovodatsky@gmail.com or selfpublishedauthor'sdiary@gmail.com. For the voicemail, there's also a link in the episode's description. So Pretty Little Wife is a twisty domestic suspense novel that asks one central question. Shouldn't a dead husband stay dead? So if you like Gone Girl, if you like true crime podcasts or true crime documentaries, I really recommend this book. It is so good. Like it's I just want to know what happens next, and I do want to know the answer to the question, shouldn't a dead husband stay dead? To share my excitement about the book, I even made a reel on Instagram. Talking about reels and a little bit about social media, as I said, I made my very first reel at a very random moment. The chemical engineer was at the fire station, and I had decided to start writing, and my dog, Plato the dog, the beagle, started barking right in the middle of the video I was about to make. And so I just, cut that, did that. I didn't even really edit it. When I say cut, it's just that I said, oh, I should be writing or something, and the dog started barking, and I'm like, well, there goes the 15 seconds. And I posted it on Instagram Reels, again, random time too, and it got 1,000 views very quickly. The reel I made today, which was not on my to-do list, but I was just so excited about the book, got more than 1,000 views. So this is just strange, but I also now have a TikTok. So if you're looking for me there, it's Elodie Novodatsky. And both on Instagram and on TikTok, I shared a pretty funny video with my husband. He has the best poker face. So when it comes to using social media as an author, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. I'm stuck at like 987 followers on Instagram. I've been at that level, plus minus 5 followers, for maybe years now. And maybe it's because I don't post consistently. Maybe it's because I sometimes switch what I'm posting in terms of like, oh, I'm going to try this, or oh, I'm going to try that. Maybe because as an author, you're sometimes told that you're the brand. And there are certain things I'm not comfortable sharing on social media. Like I'm just not, like the things, for example, I shared with my husband right now. It's funny. It's something that we've made that was funny, but it's not like super revealing. And yes, I am vulnerable in some of the posts that I share, because when I share about something, sometimes also about my publishing journey, I'm trying to be very transparent, because I think it's important for people to know, that it's not always rosy and glamorous and everything. Like I'm learning also to put my face more out there, but it's still a learning process. So as I said, I'm still learning. But then you hear, you need to be strategic, but you need to be real. Use hashtags, but make sure you use the right ones. Post often, but do not post too often. Don't spend too much time on social media, but connect with people. Oh, and don't forget to write. So I do enjoy the social part also of social media, trying to connect with people. But I just I'm just, as I said, I'm still learning. So I'm trying new things and I report back. If I pass the 1,000 followers or gain more engagement, like I think my problem is not like yes, I mean, having more followers would be great, but my engagement, I would like people that, already follow me to be more engaged, but it's not on them to like engage with me, I guess. I guess it's for me to either find the content that can be engaging or that the algorithm thinks is engaging but knowing that it's not only the algorithm that does something, it's the user. It's complicated. I'm in a complicated relationship with social media. What can I say? Talking about social media and talking about connecting, I am trying something when it comes to the cover reveal for The Leftover Bride. And I'm trying to engage my readers and engage my newsletter subscribers. Plato the dog just decided that he wanted to be closer to me. So when it comes to the covers of my books, I either design them myself or I hire someone to design them. I've designed all my contemporary romance covers, and the Gavert City book covers have all been designed by Najla Camber. Her covers are amazing. I love working with her. 7 years ago, I used to do blog tours for cover reveals. Like I would book blog tours, mostly with Giselle Expresso blog tours. And I'm wondering how much those still help. I have no idea. So I need to do a bit more research about that. I've already designed one cover for The Leftover Bride. And I will be designing another one this week, because mid-May or so, I will send an email to my newsletter subscribers asking them to help me choose between the two covers. I've had newsletter subscribers for years, like since the beginning of my author career. My newsletter subscribers, some of them are people that I know personally. Hi, if you're also listening to this podcast. And hi, even if I don't know you personally and you're also listening to this podcast. But I'm also gaining new newsletter subscribers right now by being on BookFunnel and offering a Summer Like No Other, which is also perma-free. But I am noting this, like for readers who download it, I'm also saying it's perma-free, so they know that if they just go on the e-retailer, they can also download the book. And so I'm gaining new subscribers this way. I will also have a reader's magnet with The Leftover Bride for new subscribers and also for my current subscribers. But basically what I'm going to do is that mid-May or so, I will send an email to my newsletter subscribers asking them to help me choose between the two covers. And my goals with that are threefold. One, I would like to get more newsletter subscribers, so I've announced it on my blog and in my Facebook readers group. Again, the reach in that group is very low, and I know it's probably because I do not post consistently enough, and it is easier for me to send emails. But I will also announce it. Maybe I'm going to try to do an Instagram reel about it, a TikTok. I'm going to try several things. 2, get feedback on which cover readers prefer. So both cover will have the same style, because that's something that I would really like to have for this cover, and that I can also do throughout the series, because that also means that I can design them. So cost-wise, it's more efficient that way. And it will be interesting for me to see which ones readers prefer, right? Because if people are also starting to get engaged in the process, then they might also be more engaged when it comes to reading the book. And 3, start the buzz. By asking readers for help in choosing the cover, I might get more engagement again for the book itself. And I can maybe even start the buzz even before the cover reveal. So those are the things that I'm currently working on and putting my focus on. In addition, I'm also continuing to revise The Leftover Bride, and it's going very, very well. So this is the little excerpt from chapter 4 from Ryan's point of view. And he says, "Things have changed, but as I picture Sorka and I wish I could hear her happy laugh and feel her hands on me and listen to her talk about her dreams, I realize maybe not everything has changed. When it comes to Sorka O'Connor, I'm still a goner." So that was a little bit that I've revised today. Actually, that part I haven't touched, but I finished revising this chapter today. Oh, and another thing that happened this week and that I'm very, very grateful about and talking about, on Friday with Leslie, we talked about celebrating the little moments and everything that makes us smile in the process of writing, because writing is hard and rewarding and fun and challenging and everything. I've received an email from a reader, and I actually have to reply to this reader probably tomorrow. And she was telling me about how much she enjoyed my books and how it has been a bright light in, those times that are sometimes a bit difficult. And this is just as a writer, I guess it reminds me that I really need to do the same for the books that I love, because this email was a great motivation for me right now to, of course I'm going to revise my book, and of course I'm going to give it my very best. I want my book that I'm going to publish in August to be the best book that I can write. But getting that email was such a boost. So thank you very much, dear reader. I really, really appreciated it. And now here's a little preview for the talk with Mona that I have this coming Friday.
Hi, my name is Mona Shroff, and I write contemporary romance. I currently have 2 books out. The first one, my debut, was Then, Now, Always, and my current one out is Then There Was You. I am currently working on a 3rd book for HQN and 2 more books for the special edition line at Harlequin. And when I think of writing, the 3 words that come to mind are love, fun, and challenge. I can't wait to talk to you, Elodie. I look forward to our time together. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Again, thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to the podcast. You can follow it on Spotify. You can subscribe to it on Apple Podcasts. You can also subscribe to it on Google Podcasts. And don't hesitate to share it with your friends. For the writers out there, happy writing. And for everyone, happy reading.